Hey everyone, so this video is going to be a product review on a website that happens to sell previously owned higher end makeup. And the name of the website is Glambot, and I picked out a bunch of MAC items to share with you guys. So if you have any items that you are no longer using or you've never used and you don't think you'll ever use, you can use them as a kind of like third-party blog sale, and they will help you sell the items. Everything on the website is super discounted, so you can get some great deals, and they have a lot of permanent items, but they also have a lot of special edition items that are more rare and difficult to find, and if you found them on eBay, they'd probably be like ridiculously overpriced. Okay, so I picked out 2 blushes and 4 eyeshadows. I'm just gonna run through them really quickly for you. I'll have all the swatches of everything on my blog, and I'll list that down below, so if you want to head over there you can see like in-depth swatches and color payoff of everything. And then I also have a coupon code that they were nice enough to give that so that you can save even more on your purchase, which I think is really awesome. All of these items are MAC items. That was majority of the website when I originally went to it. They now have like NARS and Urban Decay and like, I think some YSL, Laura Geller, a bunch of other like high-end makeup items. So I would highly suggest, if you want to get into higher makeup but you don't want to like break the bank wide open for it, you can check them out and see if they have anything that you'd be interested in checking out. All right, so let's move into the items that I picked. Okay, so I picked 2 blushes. The first one was Plum Du Bois, which is a frost. This is a plum, but it has like rose undertones in it. It's frost, but it's not super glittery or shimmer or anything like that. It just has a nice sheen glow to it, which would be perfect for the upcoming warmer months. You can see it like right there when I rotate it, the shine that it has. So it's really pretty. It's not incredibly pigmented, so you can build it up, or you can just use it as like an everyday blush and highlight in one. If you are of lighter skin tone, you could even use this probably to do one of those like blush, bronzer, contour type colors. The next color that I picked up was Pinch Me, which is a sheer tone blush, but to me it's matte and highly pigmented. You can apply this and it's going to give you like a really nice natural flush, like that flush from within. It's matte, so if you are super oily or just not into, or only into matte blushes, this is going to be perfect, especially for when it gets hot. It's like it's highly pigmented, but it's not like insane when you first put it on your face. So you can build it up, definitely. You can sheer it out. I think this is like a gorgeous everyday neutral color. So the next color that I have is Rule eyeshadow, which is really popular. This is a matte orange. And I really want to try this out because I'm getting into like using orange in the crease a lot more now, especially as like in the crease is a nice transition color. If you want to do a simple neutral color on the lid, I think orange in the crease is perfect, especially for women of color. It just looks so warm and glowy on deeper skin tones. You could use this as a blush because it has crazy pigmentation in it and it's matte. And the next 3 eyeshadows all came in pot form. The first is Patina, which is a frost. I don't really hear a lot of people talk about Patina, but it's a really nice color. It kind of just looks super bland in the pan, but it's a really pretty wheat champagne taupe color. It has a great sheen to it, so it's going to hit the light really nicely. It's one of those colors where you could use it on the lid and in the crease, and it would look like you had 2 different colors on, and it would be a really nice daytime smoky lid. And then if you had deeper skin, I think you could even use this as like a highlight underneath your brows, because it's going to have like a really great sheen to it and it's going to look lighter. The next color I picked up is Satin Taupe, which I've always wanted to try Satin Taupe because it's so talked about amongst like must-have MAC eyeshadows, and I see why now. It's one of those colors that it's going to look different on everyone, and it's going to look different depending on how any light hits your eyes or how you move your eye when you blink. It's also one of those colors that you can put on the lid and in the crease, and it'll look like a really complicated smoky look, but it's really simple. And it's gonna go with like everything: silver, gold, black, white colors. If you want to just do this neutral like this and like roll in the crease, it's just gonna be super pretty. And the last eyeshadow that I picked up was Ricepaper, which is also a frost. Those 3 eyeshadows in the pans, in the pots, are all frosts, which I would never go towards, but to me they're not I guess when I hear frost, I was thinking like 80s frost, like just disgusting glitter everywhere, but it's not like that. It just has a really nice sheen to it, and the colors just look different depending on like how you rotate, how your lid look, like how the light hits your lid. So this I want to try because it's also a really popular matte color. It's also really popular as a brow bone highlight, and I would never go to a non-matte brow bone highlight. I rarely ever do anything that's not matte, but I've really been enjoying using this, and I think it's because it has really strong yellow undertones, so it doesn't look super white and like washing me out because it is a frost. The yellow undertones in it just make it a lot more wearable, and I think it'll be great for women of color also, or any complexion. But yes, definitely ladies, women of color, it's gonna work for you amazingly because if you have any warm undertones. So those are all the items that I picked up from GlamBot. I'm pleasantly surprised with everything. Rule did have like a teeny nick in it, and they let you know when you order, when you go to purchase the items, whether they are 50% full, 80% full, like 90 to 100% full, so you know kind of what to expect with the items. But they all came sanitized, packaged like amazingly. They were individually bubble wrapped, and they had a protective like sleeve over the actual product so that they wouldn't get damaged any further. They were individually wrapped in bubble wrap, and then a gigantic piece of bubble wrap over all of them, and packaged very nicely. Like the package even had bubble wrap on the inside, so it ships really, really safely. I even went and sanitized them again, so if you're a super germ freak, it's really simple to sanitize any type of like powder product. I just put some rubbing alcohol in a spritz bottle. You just squirt it a couple times on the product, let it air dry, and it is sanitized and completely safe to use, even though the items have already been sanitized. If you're just like super iffy, you can go a step further, you know, just to satisfy your own curiosity. So that's everything I have. I'll list the website, the coupon code, all the items that I got, the link to my blog with the swatches down below. So don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.